This is the lab for the dissection of the frog. We are in phylum Chordata, and so this is an amphibian. But the frog, I've already got it cut open, so we're going to go through this dissection so you can see exactly what we need. The lab for the frog dissection, we're in phylum Chordata, and this is an amphibian. But I've already got the frog cut open, so we don't have to go through all of that. But I do want you to see what is inside of it here. And so you can see the parts that you will need to know for the test if you come in and do the test. So it just so happens that the frog that I cut open is a female. So let's take a look at her. And there she is. And you'll notice all these black things here. That is actually eggs. And so she is getting loaded up with eggs. So we can go ahead and just take those eggs out. So she is just loaded with eggs. So we'll take those out so we can see the things that we need to see. And eggs on this side too. So we'll take those out. We can get in there and see the organs that we need to be able to see. So we do have the eggs out now, and so now when you open this thing up initially, you're going to notice there's large black areas up here. Move these eggs out of the way. So large, these you see there's three lobes. So this is the liver. The frog keeps its liver up in its throat area, and this thing here this is actually the pericardium around it, the membrane around. This is the heart, and you'll see the atriums is a dark gray, and the ventricle is a light tan color. So the heart is up in the middle of the throat, along with the liver is up here. Now, we would think that the lungs would be up around the heart, but in the frog, the lungs are not. The lungs are actually, see this little thing, it's like a tongue right here? That is one lung. And of course, there's one here on the other side too. Let me get my pointer in that and pull that out so you can see that there is the other lung on that side. So the lungs are tucked underneath here, and so there it is right there. Now, this large sac right here, this is the stomach, and you'll see that coming out of the stomach is these tubes here. This is the small intestines. The small intestine is much longer than the large intestines. I'll show you the large intestine. See this tube right here? The small intestine tube actually goes in right there into this bigger, fatter tube right here. So that is the large intestine. Large intestine is pretty short. It only starts here and goes down here to the anus. There's the small intestines and large intestines. You see the small intestines is much longer. So what is going on here? Well, the food comes through the mouth and into the stomach. And so we have the stomach here. And so digestion starts there. The food then goes down through the small intestines. Get the liver out of the way. So there is the small intestines. And here in the small intestines is where sugars are absorbed, amino acid, any nutrients that in the food. And so then once it passes out of the small intestine, it's basically waste at this point. And so the large intestine, its main function is to basically just absorb water so that it can make a nice compact package to deliver, and also to keep recycling water so you don't have to keep drinking constantly. Now, since this is a female and she had eggs, this is the oviducts, and so so that she can deliver those eggs, I'm going to pull that out too, just so we can get that out of the way so we can see the other things that we need to see. One of the main things is right down here, pulling away some of these membranes too. Membranes are there inside the body just to make sure that organs stay in place. So underneath here, if you look back here, it's hard to see these. There's one on each side. It will be the kidneys. And see this little thing here? It's underneath the stomach, attached by a membrane. That is the spleen. So we have stomach, small intestines, large intestines, spleen. Kidneys are right back in here. There's one right there. So kidneys are there. You'll see here this is the backbone with the dorsal aorta on it. And what else do we need to know from the frog? I believe that's it. So heart, liver, stomach, small intestines, large intestines, uh, spleen underneath here, and then the kidneys are right back in here on both sides. So those are the kidneys. So that's all you need to know from the frog. If you take the test, there will be one frog cut open with pins in these different organs for you to be able to identify those. So that is all we really need to know about the frog dissection.